The Korps Commandotroepen are the special forces of the Royal Netherlands Army. It is one of the three principal units tasked with special operations in the Netherlands of the Netherlands Marine Corps and the Brigade Special Beveligingsopdrachten of the Royal Marechaussee, and it is deployable anywhere in the world under any circumstance, conducting all conceivable missions from the full spectrum of special operations, including counter-terrorism overseas. The history of Korps Commandotroepen. World War II. The roots of the KCT go back to World War II. Under the name No. 2 Troop, the first Dutch commandos were trained in Achnacarry, Scotland, as part of No. 10 Commando. The unit was formed on March 22, 1942, the birthday of the present KCT. Its purpose was to conduct special operations, which, at the time, were operations that were considered too complex and too dangerous for conventional military personnel. The unit was disbanded in October 1945, but its members continued fighting in the Dutch East Indies, while others formed the Storm School, located in Bloemondal. In 1949, the Storm School relocated itself to the Engelbrecht van Nassau Kazerne in Roosendaal, now the home garrison of the present KCT. Dutch East Indies Corps Insulinde was tasked with conducting guerrilla warfare in Sumatra against the Japanese. After the Japanese capitulation, the Corps Insulinde was tasked with the search and rescue of POWs. In November 1945, the unit was disbanded, and its members hooked up with Depot Specialtroepen and former members of No. 2 Troop to form the Regiment's Specialtroepen. This new unit was involved in the Indonesian independence wars after World War II. After Indonesia's independence was acknowledged by the Dutch government in 1949, the RST returned to the Netherlands. On 1 July 1950, on parliamentary recommendation, the RST merged with the Storm School in Roosendaal to form the present Korps Commandotroepen. The modern KCT after the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, much changed. Particular events shaped the organization and capacity of the armed forces, and in particular, that of the KCT. With the threat of Cold War receding, many new conflicts appeared throughout the world. Since the 9/11 attacks, worldwide terrorism has become the biggest threat, and there has been a very high demand for specialist counter-terrorism units, able to operate overseas. To keep up with these demands, the KCT's old role of Commando Wannemer Verkenner was replaced by that of the modern and versatile Commando Special Operations. The KCT switched from a part conscript, part professional force to a fully professional unit in 1995. The last conscripts made place for professional operators in 1996, when Dutch conscription was suspended. From here, the KCT underwent drastic changes in its structure and operational capability, and with great success. It grew to a mature, professional and versatile SF unit and built up a considerable reputation. Deployments to Bosnia, Kosovo, Macedonia, Iraq and more recently, Afghanistan provided many new insights and knowledge. Successful CT operations in Côte d'Ivoire and the Middle East proved once again that the KCT is an extremely able, highly independent and versatile unit. It consists of 4 independent commando companies, a staff company and a training company. KCT operators wear a commando green beret. This shade of green is also in use by British commando qualified personnel and internationally often worn by other commando units. The brass KCT beret emblem displays a Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife, hand grenade and a ribbon with the unit's Nunca Ut Nunquam motto on it. The background of the emblem consists of a Gothic typeface, W, indicating the name Wilhelmina, Queen of the Netherlands from 1898 to 1948. The beret emblem is worn on a black background with a green border. Selection and training. The KCT accepts applications from both actively serving Army personnel and civilians. To conform to the recruitment guidelines of the Royal Netherlands Army, The KCT accepts both men and women, but due to the extreme conditions during the selection, it has been deemed impossible for women to complete the entire trajectory. Phase 0. In order to be considered for the KCT, all civilian and military candidates must participate in a 3-day tryout. This tryout is to test each individual's physical and mental stamina, monitored by the KCT cadre and defense psychologists, who will make a profile of each participant. The tryout's layout is kept secret, as a means to see how participants cope with sudden changes and stress. Military candidates additionally require certain military skills such as forced marches, obstacle course and speed march at a set time with medium load. Phase 1. Once positively considered, candidates continue to the psychological and medical screening, and if these are met with positive outcomes, they commence with initial training. Civilian candidates will be taken to the AMOL, a 17-week air assault school indoctrination with the Luftmobile Brigade, as a means to firmly prepare them with basic military skills and drills. Military candidates will skip this part, and start with the 8-week Vorbereitung, the warm-up, as a preparation for the elementary commando course, which is the selection. Civilian candidates fresh out of the air assault school will join the military candidates here and train together towards 8 to 9 weeks. Phase 2. With an attrition rate of 80 to 95% for experienced military personnel and 95 to 100% for civilian candidates. The ECO serves as the final training phase and selection. Though secretive, one can think of almost continuous physical and mental conditioning. Most of the 8 to 9 weeks is done outside of Roosendaal, and some parts in the Belgian highlands and mountains. The final week is the culmination exercise, Hell Week, which is 5 days of continuous activity including escape and evasion, forced marches and speed marches, coupled with sleep deprivation. It concludes with the final forced march carrying full load to the KCT headquarters. There, the remaining candidates are awarded with the Green Beret. Phase 3. Passing out on the ECO grants temporary right to wear the Green Beret, and so the prospective operator continues with the Wachtechnische Opleiding Special Operations. This lasts as much as 12 months and trains the prospective operator in the full spectrum of special operations. The KCT operator is a counter-terrorism specialist, and is also trained as either a medic, a demolitions expert, or sniper. New operational team leaders and senior NCOs will be trained as communications specialists. In addition, KCT teams each have a specialization that is either operating in mountains, underwater or deployment by HAHO, Halo parachute. Each prospective operator will thus receive further training on team level when assigned to his team. By this stage, the operator is granted permanent right to wear the Green Beret. Eventually the operator will also complete the counter-terrorism course. Tasks: to prepare and to conduct all conceivable missions from the full spectrum of special operations such as long-range reconnaissance, intelligence gathering, overseas counter-terrorism, offensive operations to protect national and NATO territory, peacekeeping operations, direct action, neutralization, capture, sabotage, destruction of enemy infrastructure, saving civilians and military personnel who are taken hostage. Not specifically belonging to special operations but also not unimportant. Train indigenous forces, providing support to main forces, protection of coalition troops, humanitarian aid, combat search and rescue, non-combatant evacuations, battle honors. Aachen 1944, Nijmegen 1944, Eindhoven 1944, Vlissingen 1944, Westkapelle 1944, Walcheren 1945, Yogyakarta 1948, Central Sumatra 1948-1949, Suriname 1952-1953, Korea 1950–1954, New Guinea 1959–1960, Iraq 1991, Bosnia-Herzegovina 1994–1995, Bosnia-Herzegovina 1995–1996, Bosnia-Herzegovina 1996–1998, Bosnia-Herzegovina 1995–2000, Macedonia 2001, Macedonia 2002, Afghanistan 2002–2003, Iraq 2003, Ivory Coast 2004, Iraq 2004–2005, Afghanistan 2005–2006, Afghanistan 2006–2007, Afghanistan 2009–2010, Mali May 2014. Today Special Operations Land Task Group Scorpion. Equipment, weaponry, small arms, sniper rifles, light weapons, remaining communication and PRC-148 multiband intra-team radio with headset, and PRC-117F multiband manpack radio. It has NSA certification for the transmission of voice and data traffic up to the top secret level.